a great job by the special teams unit making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be... And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Gonna take a shot. He's got it way down the field. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. A give to Brown. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll set up to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. The throw. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
I love the play design. I love the decision. I love the throw, and I hate the catch. That is a play you got to make on 3rd down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on 1 play.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Wants to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
That's a big missed opportunity by the defense there, guys. If he's able to make that interception, all of a sudden, their offense is back on the field. But now, because he dropped it, it's still 4th down. And, of course, they're in field goal range.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Quarterback keep. There's some room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitched down the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Throws to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds space on the right. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right?
Good. Headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Washington State.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. The play action fake. Here's a heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. All out of space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it down the left side, and he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down. Washington State has it all working right now. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes, ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. Handoff to the lone back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. He wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And the Rams peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They just keep firing. Pressure coming. It's complete to the left. Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out in the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up fourth and long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run blitz by this defense. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They're setting up the screen. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Punt is in the air. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Release to the back. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Rams want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
At the 15, he's loose. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. And the Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Slides away. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They run the reverse. Defense storming into the backfield, making the stop behind the line of scrimmage in his third down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And there he goes. Touchdown Rams. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we we inch closer to bowl season. We start with a look at LSU, taking on the number 16 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's LSU with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Complete. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cougars! That one will give them the lead.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
The offense changing the play. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And what a great way to start the second.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's brought down, couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Sometimes just punt the ball. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal. On the move. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Touchdown, Wazoo! Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Colorado State offense heads onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And the Rams come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Bringing it back. Inside the touchdown, Washington State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Well, at this point of the game, in the 2nd half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him.
It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But a really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Might be changing the route. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Outside the pocket, lets it go. With the catch, it's Fareed. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the right. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Rams come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Crosses the 40. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The snap sets up the throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires it. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Off play action. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Keeps it and gets the first down. There he goes. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And that's the danger on defense about playing this guy. You've got to keep him in the pocket. If you let him get outside, he can hurt you throwing it, or he can take off and kill you. And that's what he did right there. Moving forward, they have got to do a better job containing this QB.
Looking for blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Skips away from pressure. A little screen to the running back. On the move, it's a fumble on the play. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're like, woo, thank you, Jesus. We got the lead. We're in a great situation. We got to continue to put pressure on the defense, run that clock in the second half with our lead. Thank goodness that thing kept rolling and went out of bounds.
Oh, it's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds and not cost them a turnover.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're You're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They'll ride the hot hand.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now the play fake. Looking for an open area to his left. Turning it on! And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Cougars! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Rams offense on the field and ready to get started. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And the Rams in the hurry up.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer for you right now. And this is a big key for us to win this game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Rams are moving quickly down the field.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Quarterback may change this route. Just keeps slinging it. Looking to the end zone. He's got it.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me and running with me.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Colorado State. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football. trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Just a short pass to the tight end. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. Here's a little room there. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Shakes off the defender. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He'll pull it down. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big 1st play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the right. Hits the open man. Across the 25, he's got room. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Escapes the pressure to his right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone?
Touchdown, Colorado State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.